So we start with resource manager. He's going to put a ceiling to number of hours of resources, LAN, WAN, Wi-Fi, and other resources. And I hand over to Jasper.
Yes, thank you. So I am now logged in as a resource manager, going to the resource allocation module, and first thing I have to do is manage the availability of my resources, and I manage 4 resources apparently, and let's say that Mr. Lam, he works 120 hours per month, and Mr. 160, this guy works only 100, and he works 80 hours. So
Yes, I would just like to extend these columns. So basically, for every month, there are 4 columns. And the interesting part is one is allocation. Okay, 1 second. Number of hours which are remaining, number of hours which are available. So I was wrong. I mean, there are only 3 columns: allocation, remaining, available. Right?
yeah, on the other tabs there are 4.
Okay.
So okay, so this is the first step I have to do as a resource manager. Know how many hours everybody can work maximum, and now we go into the
Second step, where portfolio manager assigns project to dummy project manager. Yeah, that's right. This is project manager, dummy project manager.
yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. So logged on as a portfolio manager, going into the portfolio of corporate ICT, starting a new project with the approval of the leadership team. And we'll immediately start the project, and we'll put it in the ICT projects folder. We'll use a basic track model. So the project is now here, and dummy project manager is the project manager, and we'll now log on as him.
So what we have seen is portfolio manager has quickly assigned project to the dummy project manager. Now we are logging as the dummy project manager to request hours of the resources.
Oh, so one step back. So I'm a dummy project manager. Under my projects, the dummy project has appeared, and the 4th tab in my project is the resource management. And first I have to select the pools I can request resources from, and only one pool is available. So what?
If you can stretch it, because
Yes. So here we have the request and allocated. I'm going to request hours first. And this is how much I want, but it's not sure that I will get them all. And here you see the four employees again, the four resources. My project, it has a big LAN component. Need 100 hours of work for that this month. 160 hours of one is needed. I need him also for 130 hours to do the web hosting. Wi-Fi is relatively small with only 50 hours needed this month.
so now important thing to note is the minimum unit of time is 1 month, and we can request for more than 1 month. It could be 3 months, 6 months, right?
Yes, that's all possible. So project manager has requested hours, logging out again, and we'll now see what has changed on the resource manager side.
So till now, we have, as a resource manager, set up a ceiling for resources. As a portfolio manager, we have allocated a project. As a project manager, we have requested hours. Now we are going back as a resource manager to see what has been requested by the project manager. We just want to see whether we can allow that or not.
Okay. Okay. We have to pause the.
So we are going as a resource manager to see what has been requested for at least the coming month.
Yes. Going back to our resource pool. Now going into the request and allocation tab. Here we see the 4 columns. So we have the available hours, which we did in the very first step. This is the amount of hours people work each month. And we have the requested hours, which come from the project manager. The work of the resource manager now is to allocate the hours and say, okay, the requested 100 hours for LAN. Okay, person still has 100 hours. He works 120 hours, so I'll give him 100. 160 is also perfect. But here we see a problem. Web hosting only works 100 hours. It's requested for 130. Yeah, we should do a. There should be a discussion now between the project manager and the resource. Can you work more this month, or can you also do work with 100? And let's say that out of the discussion, the project manager says 110 is also good. The resource will work a bit more. And this one is okay.
So Jasper, I mean, how does this remaining 10, which is shown in red, minus 10, works out? I mean, if after the discussion, the resource says he can work max of 100 hours, so then the resource manager reduces this 110 to 100, or?
Yes. Yeah, let's say the discussion that the resource says, no, I'm working 100, period.
Okay.
Then but I just wanted to show that there are, you have green, then still remaining, and red, then you're over allocating people. And
okay. Is there any way graphically resource manager can track that, okay, in particular month, the number of resources for LAN or WAN are requested more than other? There's a peak in demand?
After filling this out, you can go back to his dashboard. where there is this widget which is now very empty, but all the columns that we saw,
Okay.
the allocated hours, the requested hours, the available hours, and if he sees that the orange line of requested is way above the green line of available, then he knows for a particular month, then he knows he has to
Okay.
take action.
It's a nice touch. Okay. And what does this graph do?
This one it shows the amount of hours that are being over requested or under requested. So
Okay.
it does that calculation for you. It
Okay. So getting back to the scenario one, I mean, the resource manager has already approved or changed the requested hours. Now, as a project manager, I need to see how many hours are allocated to me so that
yes.
I can get my resources for my project. Let's see.
Yeah. So final step would be project manager logging into the toolbox again, scrolling to his project, and going to the resource management tab again. He only works with 2 columns, so he sees this is what he originally requested, and the work of the resource manager is reflected here, and the this one remains blue because this is the only hours that he did not fully get. So he's missing 30 hours here, so it's up to him to
So,
find a solution for that.
so yes, but everything happens instantaneously. I mean, this entire flow can be finished within an hour or half an hour, right? Right
Yeah.
from the request to resource allocation. The point is, I mean, the extra hours for web, I mean, that can be discussed with the portfolio manager, in this case, Alan. It can also be discussed with the resource manager, in this case, Hans.
Yeah.
And they can reach upon the conclusion and they can change it, and
Yes.
bam, we are done with the resource allocation.
And it's clear for the project manager when she checks it, and clear for the resource manager on his side as well. And,
Okay, so this concludes the scenario one, where everything works straightforward and we don't have any corner cases except for overbooking web resources. Yes, but one quick question. So, all these resources, and do they get notified that they have to work for this project manager for these many hours in coming month?
no, the project manager would still have to. Either the resource manager or project manager would have to. Oh, sorry, no. Okay, now let me rephrase that. Yes, they can actually, because let me log in as one of them.
So let's log in as web.
And here we have a
Notification.
so the hour report. And but
Can you use that as months?
Yeah.
I think it will be clear. Okay.
yeah, and here you can see what the people have, what has happened around him. You can see that he was originally requested for 130 by the project manager, and he was only allocated for 100. But he knows that he should work on the dummy project in October. Yeah.
So it's seamlessly integrated from project manager to the resource. So I mean, once the portfolio manager and once the resource manager, they agreed upon, okay, these many hours should be allocated, the resource automatically gets that for which project he has to work, in which month, and for how many hours.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so pretty cool.
Okay.
I can stop it.